Him towards the side. I'm going to control, control, control. Keep my head in. Okay. Then through here, switch to the one-on-one. This hand would love to come up. Force him to pull on it. If he wants out, he needs to get my hand to go away. So now we open and throw. Use his pull against him when we redirect the pressure. So now that I've got him through here, we're going to take this foot. I flare my heel and then stomp to bring him to the other side. As we do, we're controlling. Okay. Then again through here, I bring myself up, put my foot on top, lock my guard, and then start to go after the armbar from here. If he starts trying to make the transition, then through here, okay, we can then lock him up. Again, I'm not getting rid of the armbar. The armbar was my goal the entire time. The only thing I'm doing is just locking my legs deeper and deeper and deeper. Okay, so if I'm on his chin, I don't care. Because remember, I'm adding the ability of a choke. The choke was not my target. The arm was my target. Okay, if that was the case, I wouldn't go back for the arm so soon. But my goal was to get the arm first. Because again, like I was telling Hans, I'm probably right now, I'm probably about 50% success rate, you know, of either hitting the armbar or catching him into the next transition. But the armbar is probably about 50% on the table, which is not bad. When you look at most submissions, I mean, you're lucky if you're hitting him 1 out of every 10. So if you can hit something at a pretty decent success rate, you know, that's not bad. Right, good job. When we're in, I'm not going to say it's the typical, but the more common setup that tends to get played is while I'm here controlling Hans, okay, however it happens, whether I hike his arm to get up on top and the like, is to start to play the foot. We can push on the hip, pull, 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 cinch it in even tighter. Now the triangle will be the superior position. And then we can go after the arm. In this case, I can go after his shoulder by just holding on to the elbow, pushing my hips forward and still choking him. Or we can go back into the arm bar, okay? Or we can go into the power variation in through here. The only real difference between each one is where's your primary setup. One of them, we relinquish the armbar to make a better and more superior connection for the triangle, but we're relinquishing the armbar to come back later. The sequence right now that we're doing is we're attacking the arm, putting the threat in play, and then showing how we can use the triangle to then accentuate the armbar while they attempt to defend by not leaving the attempt of the armbar in play. If you have to, not a problem. That's the beauty about this whole sport. Okay? I don't know why there's so many ways to skin a cat, but there's more than one. It's not right, wrong, or indifferent. It's the ability to adjust to the situation as it presents itself. That's the beauty of the game. This is what I think is one of the superior concepts that jiu-jitsu provides that makes it very different than most of the other sports. Okay, is the ability to do adaptations, and it's not wrong, and it's actually promoted. It's something that you should be learning to do. I never really learned that concept very much in any other art that I did. I studied judo for a while. Anybody tells me that this is judo, go train in judo and then train in here and see where the emphasis is. Experiment in a judo class and see how far that gets you. When you start showing modifications to techniques, and they'll no, and hammer you back to the very beginning, saying, no, this is seonagi. It's this way. What you're doing is something different. Okay? What I find is philosophically, this is a very different sport. The ability to adapt is massive. Again, you'll realize when most of the time you're training, automatons are not what Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu tries to create. Free thinkers able to adapt and look at it and go, I can mix and match and do just about anything that's not wrong. Okay. The question is, in the situation, is it working? is it right? I mean, that's the definition. The perfect sub is the one you just landed. It was done perfectly for what was required. Okay? The rest could be extra. You know, now would it be perfect for the next scenario? Maybe not. But so let's play with. So again, as I'm here, I'm going to go into my one-on-one. Generally speaking, this is where a lot of my chokes start to come in. But he's got a pretty good grip. So I grab the one-on-one. If he's grabbing me, that means I can grab him. So we play the circle. And then that gives me the 2-on-1 on him. And then generally speaking, for the 2-on-1, I switch to the double wrist lock with a Kimura grip through here. So now, depending on how it goes, again, if he slinks down, okay, two things, multiple things are literally sitting on the table through here. That's, again, one of the beauties of it. Which way would you like to go? Okay, through here, if he does nothing, I tend to play with the shoulder, trying to get my right leg into play, and I leave the hands in this position. Okay, if he starts trying to shave my arms from one side to the other, this is when I shift. I start to attack the arm more aggressively, okay? Because through here, if I start trying to play the game, trying to slip my hand in, he's already got me a little bit further than I would like. Okay. But if I'm here, okay, the ability to lay him down and start to play with my foot over the top, okay, starts to become a little bit different. Okay, then through here, we can start to maintain control, make our far side grip, even crush his arm through the process. Foot on the hip to stretch. Don't put it on the floor. Push, push, push on him. Throw your triangle. Leave this knee to the floor. Don't roll back. All we have to do literally is just cup the elbow, pull it to us, and I'm going to arch my hips. Choke and shoulder lock in play. We can swim, and then choke and armbar in play. Let's do a shot.